Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well. This is going to be a general reading. I'm recording it on December 2nd, so this could be for anybody. Any signs that become obvious during the reading, I will hashtag and I will note that. So this is going to be for, let's say, like the next 48 to 72 hours over the weekend. So we'll start off with an oracle card. It's the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck. I want to thank Shelly for getting me this. This was something on my Amazon wish list, which if you're interested in supporting the channel by getting something via that route, the link is in my latest post on the community section of my channel here, okay? So take a look at that if you're interested. I also do personal readings. Email me if you're interested in that. All right, Spirit, what do we have here? For whoever needs a message for this weekend, December 2nd, Sagittarius season. Okay, so we have the frog and the lotus, and this is number 6, and I was getting a message that something's going to get easier for you when I was pulling this out, and 6 is a very positive card in tarot. All of the 6s have a good meaning to them, okay? So I feel like you're overcoming some kind of a previous challenge or obstacle, and something's becoming very easy. It's moving easier. There's less resistance. The key word here is metamorphosis, so this is about change and adjusting. This card reminds us that change is natural, rebirth is possible, and the healing balance can be achieved. The frog, developing as it does from a tiny tadpole, symbolizes transformation. The lotus flower, too, symbolizes rebirth, unfurling even amid murky waters. Going through such a change can be difficult and a struggle, but the resulting metamorphosis opens us to growth, self-acceptance, and happiness. Consider what in your life needs changing and think about the steps you can take to achieve that change. You owe it to yourself to allow your own growth and rebirth. Beautiful. So this is about something becoming easier for you after some kind of a change. It could also be you went through some kind of a struggle or a challenge and it did bring something to the forefront that you had to address. And it looks like now that it's been addressed or it's being addressed, everything's going to start to flow easier for you. This is like less resistance. This is overcoming the resistance, and now things are going to be less resistant because it brought you through something for a reason, okay? Very nice energy. So let's start with the Tattoo Tarot deck and see what we get. Thank you to all my subscribers out there. Thank you to all my viewers. I appreciate all the continued support. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. My name's Sergio.santísimo, and I'm very happy that you're here watching this right now. All right, Spirit, what do we have for whoever needs a message this weekend? For those of you who are new, I do weekly readings for each sign. I usually post them sometime between Monday and Thursday, depending on your sign. We have the 7 of Wands, so going from the 6 to the 7s, I feel like for someone out there, it's becoming easier to speak up for yourself. It's becoming easier to defend yourself or defend your actions. Then increase in being assertive, and that in turn makes things easier for you. You have the 8 of Swords. This stems from an idea here of when something is on the mind, it needs to be addressed. It doesn't just go away, okay? So there's some kind of, what's the word here? Someone is inclined to have a nature. It's like a nature with themselves where if something is on the mind, it's on the mind for a reason. It's not easily forgotten. You can't be distracted from this easily. When something's on the mind, it needs to be spoken about. It needs to be addressed. If someone feels like they need to speak up for themselves, something about their mind doesn't allow them to just ignore that. It's like they get pushed. There's like this air element that pushes someone to speak up for themselves. And this is about making things easier, not only for them, but for their environment as well. With the frog and the lotus, that's like, you think about the whole pond. The ecosystem in a pond, it like works together too. It's like if something's out of whack, it's going to disturb everything else. So this is about making sure everything's working out for the common good, for the surroundings, for the collective environment, okay? We do have 6, 7, 8, so there is some kind of sequential order here, and I feel like it is fated. with some kind of process, or it could be like a development or a personal growth situation. I am getting strong. We have water, fire, and air, but the air is really sticking out to me with that 8 of Swords. It could also be that's an energy of Gemini. Right now we have Mars retrograde in Gemini. So this could be the energy that's really pushing someone to be more assertive in situations that call for that. And it calls upon that Gemini energy, that energy of really something just stays on the mind until it's addressed. It doesn't go away. It can't really be ignored. We have the 9 of Cups. You can't make this stuff up here. 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the path of growth and the path of transformation, becoming more assertive, because this is about going after what you want and what you deserve with the 9 of Cups, okay? This is wish fulfillment, what someone wants. Strong Pisces, too. We do have water energy with that frog and the lotus. That makes me think Scorpio with the transformation, the metamorphosis. We have Justice, strong Libra. And the Hierophant. So this has to be addressed, because this comes down to someone's moral values. This comes down to making things fair. Again, fair for the whole environment. The Justice and the Hierophant is about doing the right thing based on morals and ethics. So someone is going through this transformation, or has been working through this transformation here, because they're going to be very happy with the outcome. Things are going to become easier, especially when it's pursuit of your wishes, pursuit of your goals, your long-term goals here, especially emotional goals. And it comes from a place of strong moral and ethical values. This is about fairness. This is about staying true to yourself, true to your beliefs, committing to a sense of purpose, committing to a sense of identity here, and making sure that you and everyone else in this situation is treated fairly, okay? So I do like this energy a lot. Justice as card number 8 and the Hierophant as card number 5 is interesting as well. So the 8 is getting re-highlighted here. There could be something about like karma. Somehow someone believes that karma can be changed by their convictions with their morals and ethics. It's like how that causes certain situations to transform and karma to be generated. So I'm really getting like a deep philosophical, a deep change in how someone's behavior addresses situations. So let's do one more deck. I'm not going to go too much further into this, but I really like to see this energy here, because someone is getting pushed by this the Mars retrograde in Gemini energy to really take it upon themselves to address things that they feel need to be brought up. They need to be addressed. And it's not just for the sake of one person. Again, it's about keeping the community in harmony and balance. This also taps into that Sagittarius energy, where Sagittarius is an energy of patience and balance. So, the process of speaking up about something and the process of addressing it, the process of connecting that to someone's ethics and moral values, that does help balance things out. That's what's needed here. If there's a situation where something hasn't been balanced, there is a message here about a need to speak up and talk about this and explain yourself. Explain why something is the way it is, why something should be the way it is. Okay, and we'll start with the Gilded Tarot for this last row. We'll see what we get. Someone might have taken a certain number of steps to find like an agreement that can last a long time, because Justice and Hierophant is like a long-lasting, very serious agreement. So it's like before you can get to that kind of long-lasting, healthy, prosperous, functioning agreement, contract, relationship, whatever that is, there's certain steps you need to take along the way to make sure that everyone feels treated fairly in this situation. Again, it's not just about one person. This message is about like the people in the environment as a whole. Spirit, what else do we have here? Strong Taurus with the Hierophant too. So we have Temperance, and we were just touching on this like Sagittarius influence right now. We're basically like in the middle of Sagittarius season this weekend, and this is about that balancing effect, finding patience in situations that call for it, taking the certain steps to make sure something is going to go the distance and last and be healthy. The Ace of Swords, again, when something is on the mind, it needs to be announced, it needs to be spoken about. Someone's truth needs to be heard and understood. Eight of Pentacles. This could have to do with a work situation for someone out there. But this is about putting the work in for what you want, because this is coming up under that Nine of Cups. It's like if you really want something, you have to put the work in. It's not just going to work out to pop into your lap and to fulfill all your needs. Again, it's not about one person. It's about the whole group energy here. So people need to put the work in. If there's something people want in their community, in their environment, in a relationship, in a contract, in an agreement, in their workplace, everyone has to be on board to contribute and put the work in. And there can't be laziness here. This is about truly putting the work in. It's only going to function if people truly want it and truly show up day in and day out and actually put in that work. You have the Ten of Cups. That's how you get to that happiness. That's how you get to that long-term fulfillment. It's putting the work in every day. And the Page of Pentacles. This is about communication, communication that shows that people are invested, shows that people are committed. This is about saying good things to one another, to push each other to put the work in, to want to be there, to feel a value, to feel like what they're bringing to the table is important and it's seen and it's acknowledged. So it's a very nice reading. I feel like very powerful, deep energy here. There's been some kind of certain steps that had to be taken to solidify like a long-term or deep connection. And if this is about something that you want and it's not there yet, it's letting you know that there's something very important. When something is on the mind and it can't be taken off the mind, it's like that for a reason, because it needs to be let out. It needs to be spoken about. It needs to be put on the table. You need to it's like that elephant in the room. It's like you need to talk about it. There's going to be peace if it's addressed. It balances things. Everyone needs to work on something. If something isn't working out for the environment, for the relationship, for the family, for the workplace, for the team at work, it needs to be addressed here. Everyone plays a role in this. The only way this is going to be like a long-lasting, fulfilling, and prosperous, like wish come true, is if you have that, if everyone is putting the work in, and if people are reminding each other in their communication of support for one another and acknowledging, like, I see what you did here. Thank you for doing that. Or, oh, you did that already? Okay, great. Well, I could take over if you need some help. Or it's like passing off the prize to the next person here, and knowing that the prize belongs to everyone. So I feel very powerful energy with this reading. Okay, we'll do some homemade cards and then we'll close out the reading. So we have spiritual gift. Again, this is about that fact, like if someone can't get something off the mind, it's right now that's the astrology, that's that Mars retrograde in Gemini. It's like prone to that Eight of Swords, like it's on the mind, I can't stop thinking about this. And that's your spiritual gift right now that's saying, it's okay, tell people about it, talk about it, it's okay. You don't have to keep it in your mind. You don't have to sit with that and feel like it's your unwanted thought. You could just talk about it and find peace in that. Understanding agreement. See, it's like that's how you solidify these long-lasting, healthy contracts, partnerships, family dynamics. You have to have that sense of understanding. It's okay. It's okay to talk about these things. You have shopping spree. So with that Page of Pentacles, there could be a message here involving the purchase or sale of an item. Okay. You have coworkers. Again, for some of you, this has to do with the workplace. And you do have storm warning. For someone watching this, you might be getting a storm coming through in the next couple days. So check the weather. You might want to dress appropriately or bring an umbrella or something. protect your plants or whatever you may need to do, okay? So that's what I have for this reading for this weekend. It looks absolutely beautiful. I hope you got something out of this and enjoyed it. If you did, please thumbs up and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.